Hello everyone, welcome to NIOS Made Easy. In the last couple of videos, we did mail merge. We understood what is mail merge, when do we prefer to use mail merge, etc. In the process of learning, we created letters, we created envelopes, labels and directories. Today in this session, let us see some of the questions on mail merge that has been taken from the previous year board papers, practical exams. Basically, the questions on mail merge remains the same, where you are supposed to generate a letter or any other document as required, as specified in the question. It is just that the question formats are different. The way the question is asked is formatted differently. So the purpose of this session here today is to take you through the different formats I've seen in the last couple of years. Apart from doing mail merge as a part of your exam, the students are also required to write steps for the programs, whether it is a mail merge program or whether it is an Excel program. You are also supposed to be writing steps for the programs that we do. In this video, let us also see how we can write steps for mail merge. This document here has different question paper patterns on mail merge taken from the previous year board papers. Let us go through them one by one. Basically, this is a snapshot of one of the question papers, practical board exam papers. As we can see, it has three parts to it. There is a part A, part B and a part C. That is, the complete mail merge question is split as three parts and specified. Let us just look at them in detail. So this is part 1. There is a letter given to us in the question which we are expected to type. Apart from the letter, the formatting options like with which font it has to be typed, what is the size, what is the line spacing we'll have to maintain, everything is specified here, which we should not miss doing because they will all carry marks. And saving this document, they have also specified, the question paper specifies the file name with which it has to be saved, and it also specifies the location on your computer where it has to be saved, and in this case it's the desktop. So each of these small specifications here will carry marks apart from typing this letter and saving it in the location given and with the file name given. Let us move ahead. The second part here, part B, we can clearly see that it is a table which has names, addresses and other details. So we know that this is the data source. We have learned that a data source for mail merge can be created using MS Word or MS Excel, but the question paper will clearly specify where this data source has to be created, and in this case it is MS Word, and it also specifies the file name with which the data source has to be saved and the location where it has to be saved. So in both in the first part A and part B, the main document and the data source are supposed to be saved on the desktop. The third part of the question is that part where it specifies or it asks the student to use the main document and the data source and merge them together using a format. So the merged fields that are expected out of this mail merge are specified here. That is the title, first name, surname, address, city. These are the fields which have to be merged as a part of the mail merge. Finally, the generated letters will be saved as dinner invitations, and it will be again saved in a separate folder. So this is one pattern or one format of the question where there is a letters given, there is a data source, that the data is also provided in the question paper. Finally, the fields that have to be merged are also specified in the question paper. Now let us see another question paper pattern. This is again another paper taken from another board exam and a different study center. And the first observation here is that it is not looking like our previous question where we have a standard letter. There are some more formatting tasks to be done. This is a snapshot taken from a very old paper, so it is not very clearly readable, so it has been typed out here. The first observation that we can do when we see this paper is that this is a passage. In the format one, we had seen that this is a letter, whereas in this case it looks like a passage. And there is also a folder name given here in which this main document has to be saved. Usually in papers like this, there will be a question where they will ask the students to create a folder well in advance. This question, question 2 of the mail merge question here, asks us to do some formattings like changing the font to a different font size, and there is a extra specification here to take a printout. In the previous question that was not there, whereas here the question paper insists on taking a printout. And there are more alignment options also to be done with the passage above. The third question here looks familiar, which is to create the data source. The table has to be created in MS Word, which is specified, and all the details are given here. Again, the folder is also the folder name in which the file has to be saved or the data source has to be saved is provided, and there is a requirement to take a printout. The last question looks familiar, where the fields that have to be merged are all listed out here. One tip to understand the fields and the data table is to look at them one next to the other. The total number of columns that are here in this table, there are 5 here, so those many number of fields will be there for merging also. So title, there is a first name and a surname, there is an institute and a city. So ideally, when there are no repetition of fields in the letter, how many ever columns are available in the data source, so many fields will be available for the merge as well. So this is another pattern of question paper, which is slightly different from the first one, but not totally different, but very relatable or similar. Let us see the third pattern of question paper. This is one question where they've asked the user to, the student to do mail merge, but there is no specific or an exclusive letter given, and there is no data source or the table also that is provided. So the expectation here is that the student would already know how to write a letter, but however they've just given you a very small sample of how the letter can be. So we can use the same text whatever is available here, or we can just use this idea and build on further to create a better letter. The data source or the table which has all the fields are not specified. They've just given the field names, that is the first name, last name, address, city and pin code. So the understanding here will be that these are the 5 column names or the columns that will be created in the data source. Unlike the last 2 questions where the data source was supposed to be created in a Word document, here it is specified that the data source has to be created in MS Excel. So this is one thing that we'll have to note, or we'll have to be sure of in the exam, and we cannot interchange creating the data source from Word to Excel or vice versa. Again, the merged fields are not listed, so the understanding would be that how many ever column headers are here, so many merged fields also will be used in this mail merge example. So where would you insert the first, last name, etc.? Usually all this will go on top of this letter here when we actually do the merge. And the other expectation with the mail merge question will be, we know that there are 3 important documents in mail merge, that is the main document, the data source, and the finally generated merge document. So as a part of your exam, the examiner would expect you to show him the main document separately, the data source separately, and he would like to also see your merge document at the time of merge, and also maybe take a printout of the same. We will see that later in this session. Finally, we have two more question patterns, and the last two are similar. We had seen the same kind of mail merge question pattern while we were discussing the mail merge in the earlier videos. So basically, in this first example, you have the data fields listed here, whereas the letter is the same. There is a data source provided, and then you have the final step where it asks you to merge the main document and the data source. In the last pattern, the only difference is instead of mentioning the fields here, there is actually a name and an address mentioned. So we will have to translate this name and address and also this title and name to this, that is the fields. We just have to translate it here, and the rest of the sub questions that are listed here will stay the same. One point or one tip which I would like to explain here, which might come in handy during the exam, is that we have 6 columns here: title, first name, last name, address, city and pin code. So ideally speaking, there should be 6 fields to be merged. But if we see here, we have more than 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is because the fields, the title and the first name have been repeated twice. Once it is here as a part of the address, and once it is here inside the letter itself. So this is something that we should not miss while reading the question, especially while merging fields, because it need not be fields need not be always as a part of the address or in the beginning of the letter. It can also be in the middle of the letter or towards the end of the letter. So we will have to identify these fields by seeing the column headers here and appropriately do our merges. With this, we have seen 5 different question paper patterns where mail merge has appeared differently. So let us do 1 or 2 of them and see how it feels. So for this last 2 examples, that is with a letter and the address, the addresses, that is the data source already provided, please refer back to my previous videos. We have done this in quite a detail there. So let us just today see how we can tackle this question, because there is no letter specified, and there is definitely no data source also that is specified. So let us try to do this example. So we have this question here. Let us make sure to read the question thoroughly. So this is the question, and this portion will be the main document. This is the letter. They have just given you a few lines to help you compose the letter. We can use the same letter, or maybe we can add more to this, or we can write a new letter on our own. This portion of this question is the specification for the data source. The question wants us to create a data source in MS Excel, and we want 5 merge fields. We want 5 fields in the Excel sheet, that is the first name, last name, address, city and pin code. And finally, the requirement is to take a printout of the merge document. So let us go and do this question. So we can copy this letter as it is, and we can create this in a, this will be the main document. So we'll have to create it in a new document. This letter looks a little incomplete, so we can go ahead and just complete it and make it look like a proper letter. So now the letter looks more or less complete. So the other part of the question was the data source. So we want it in Excel, and there has to be 5 fields. So let us use this data source as our data source for our merge. So it has 5 fields here. So the next few steps are the same. We'll have to just go ahead and do the merge. So to do the mail merge, we can start with the mailings tab. We can use the step-by-step mail merge wizard. So we have a letter. We need to create a letter. So the letters are chosen here. So the next step is to choose the current document, and this happens to be the current document. So we can go ahead with that. The third step here is to choose the data source, or maybe associate the mail merge with the data source. So for that, click on browse, scroll up to that folder where you have saved the data source and associate it with this. Now the data source has been associated. We can see all the 5 records that we had written with the 5 columns listed out here, which is fine. We can go ahead. The next step is to write the letter. So as we can see, the 5 fields we have in our Excel sheet are all address fields. So since this question does not already have where to do the merge, we can just create an address block here which uses all these 5 address fields. So we can say write your letter, more items, and insert all the fields to form our address block. First name space last name, address, city, and finally pin code. Now this looks like an address block, and then the letter had this dear followed by a couple of dots, so we can insert the first name here and we can say. So now we are done with inserting all the fields into this main letter. So previewing the letters, it looks okay. If you want to avoid this line being lengthy, you can create, instead of having one address field here, you can have 2 address fields saying address line 1 and address line 2, and you can split the addresses to make it come on 2 different lines. And finally we can complete the merge. We want to generate all the 5 letters, so we can say all and we can say OK. So with this, our mail merge is complete. Now let's see how to write steps for doing mail merge. We know that there are 3 documents involved in mail merge, that is the main document, the data source, and the merge document. As a first step, we'll write the steps, detailed steps for creating the main document. We know that the main document is always created in a Word file, so we are creating a main document. We are creating a main document here in MS Word. The detailed steps to start MS Word is here. Inside MS Word, you will type out the letter, and then finally it is to be saved. The steps to save is given here. The next main step is to create the data source. The data source can be created in MS Word or in MS Excel. These steps remain the same on how to create a document, how to save the document, and how to actually type. Many of these steps will keep getting repeated throughout the process. So this is to create an MS Excel workbook. So the steps to create an Excel workbook is similar to creating an MS Word document. So you can refer to the same steps above. The next step is to create the table and the data, fill up the data as required. As we saw in our past examples, sometimes the data table is already in the question paper, so we'll just have to copy those the contents of the table and put it up here. If there is no table given, we'll create a new data, and finally it is saved with whatever file name that is specified. The last step is here is how actually the mail merge is performed. We start with the mailings tab, then we click on the step-by-step mail merge wizard. Basically we are writing what we actually did. Then we choose letters. Then when we choose the starting document, we choose the current document, because mostly we already have a letter and we start using that as the main document. Then the next step is to choose the recipients, and usually this is just one flow of mail merge. There are other ways also in which we have done. If you want to write steps, you will appropriately change this content to suit the way we actually did the mail merge. Is to use the existing list, then you will choose the file. When we write, the next step is to write the letter, where we click on more items and we actually do the merge of the fields. Then the next step is to preview the letters and finally complete the merge and generate the letters.